Hello, this is Maestro X, and I'm going to go over the Level 2 Academic Word of the Day, Prospect, for Week 2, Quarter 4. Let's take a look at your flashcard. Prospect has 2 syllables, and the emphasis or stress is on the first syllable. So the first syllable being pros. So we say prospect, prospect. Don't say prospect. And don't say prospect. The O is a soft O. So prospect, prospect. And be sure you pronounce the CT sound clearly. Prospect. Okay, we have 3 definitions, 2 of them nouns, and they're distinct from each other. They're different from each other, so let's take a look. The noun for your first definition is the possibility that something will happen in the future. So here, prospect is an idea. An idea. The idea is something will happen in the future. What is the likelihood? The probability that something will happen in the future. That's the prospect. And our academic sentence of the day refers to this first sentence, or first definition, when we say, when you brainstorm and pre-write thoughtfully, you increase the prospect, the possibility, the likelihood of writing a successful essay. Okay? In other words, the likelihood that you're going to write a successful essay goes up when you brainstorm and pre-write thoughtfully. If you try to jump in and just start writing, you still might write a successful essay, but it's more likely that you're going to write a good essay if you really do a lot of brainstorming and pre-writing. Here you see an example of clustering. Okay, always a good idea. The second definition refers to a person. So the first definition, an idea. The idea something will happen. The second refers to a person who is likely to be successful. Okay? And I'll give an example of that. If you've been listening to the sports news, you know that right now there is something going on called the NFL Draft. NFL is a National Football League, American football. And a draft is when the teams choose new players, new people who can join their team. And so these new men here looking to join the NFL are called the prospects. So here we give a sentence. Professional sports organizations may select prospects to join their team in an event called a draft. So the teams, choose one by one, and this might be the only time you see these gentlemen in these nice suits. Usually we see them on the sports uniforms. Okay. All right, and your last definition is a verb. To search an area for gold, minerals, or oil, etc. All right. So again, this has the connotation. Hey, if you can find gold, obviously, then you're gonna be successful. All right, something that you're hoping for in the future. So it has that tie to the other definitions, but this is very specific. So I'll give you one more example here. You might not know this. We have a sports team in the Bay Area called the 49ers. They built a new stadium in Santa Clara. But the term 49er originally described someone who came to California to prospect during the 1849 gold rush. In 1849, there was gold that was found in the Sierra foothills, and thousands and thousands and thousands of people came rushing to California to try to go to the mountains and look for gold. And San Francisco was largely built, from a small town into a big city during the California Gold Rush, because so many came. In fact, boats were just brought to San Francisco and abandoned, so much that they filled in the land between the boats, and a lot of the shoreline of San Francisco is not original. It's actually land that just they used to cover the boats, because so many people came to San Francisco, left their boats, and went straight into the hills to look for gold. They went to prospect for gold. So every time you hear the term 49er, now you know why they call the 49ers. Okay. You have then perspective, which is your adjective form. Okay, perspective. And you have another noun definition here. Just for definition 3, I don't think it's on your original flashcards. You have to change it or add it. The person who's looking for a gold, this guy here, we can call him a prospector. Prospector. Okay. And your synonyms. For the first definition, you have probability and likelihood. And for definition 3, you have to change that. I think it was a mistake on your flashcard. Definition 3, not 2, we have probe, search, and dig. So that is your level 2 academic word of the day. Write an original sentence using prospect. Use it as a noun. Okay, don't use it as a verb. Stay with the noun form. We just want to make sure you understand there is that verb form. But use it as a noun, either 1 or 2. And write original sentence about yourself and include an illustration in the bottom right box. Happy studying!